Luke chapter 5, verses 1 through 11, NLT version. One day as Jesus is teaching on the shore of the Sea of Galilee, a large crowd began to press in around him. He notices two empty boats on the water's edge. The fishermen were away cleaning their nets. Stepping into one, he said to Simon, the owner, "Fish out a little ways into the water," and from there he taught the crowds. When he had finished, he said to Simon, "Now go out into the deep waters, let down your net to catch some fish." "Master," Simon replied, "we have fished all night, worked hard, and we've caught nothing, but if you say so, I'll let down my nets again." After a minute, they had caught so many fish that the nets began to tear. A shout to the shore brought the partners in the other boats. Pretty soon both boats were so full of fish that they were on the verge of sinking. Simon, looking around, seeing what was going on, fell to his knees in front of Jesus. And he said, "Lord, please leave me, for I'm such a sinner, and I'm not worthy to be in your presence." He was awestruck by the number of fish they had caught, as well as all that were with him. James and John, the sons of Zebedee, they were there as well, and amazed. "Simon," Jesus replied, "don't be afraid. From now on you will be a fisher of people." And when they had landed, they left everything and they followed Jesus. When I read and meditate upon this scripture, I can see the sun rising over the sea and the boats coming in from a long night of fishing. I can see the crowds gathering in anticipation of seeing Jesus. I'm sure they'd heard all that he'd done, all that he'd said. They were trying to get up front, pressing in, so they could get a good look at him and maybe possibly even touch him if they could. I can see Jesus looking around for a better place and a better way to minister. He sees the two empty boats and goes over to Simon the owner and asks him, could he use his boat and would he push out into the water away so he could teach the crowds from there. I can see the joy and the amazement on Simon's face that Jesus would ask him for help. I can hear the fishermen murmuring behind me about the empty night, the hard work, catching no fish. I can hear the voices of the crowd as they waited to hear Jesus speaking. I can hear the silence when Jesus did begin to speak, as they were eagerly listening and hanging on to his every word. I can hear the voice of Jesus, confident, strong, his voice projecting out to the crowd where everyone can hear him. I can hear the sounds of the sea as the wind brings in the waves. I can hear the seagulls as they fly over trying to catch fish and hopefully maybe even catch one off of the boats that had docked. I can see the confusion on Simon's face as Jesus asked him to go out to the deep to catch some fish. I mean, after all, he'd already fished and caught nothing. I can see and feel the amazement that he must have felt when he caught all those fish to the point that that his net was tearing. I can hear him shout to his partners on shore, "Come help, come help." I can hear their voices as well, as so many fish were being caught and the boat beginning to sink. I can feel the humble feeling as Simon looks around, witnessing the miracle that just happened around him. I can feel the sorrow and the emotion as he just falls in front of Jesus, confesses to be a sinner, and confesses not to be worthy of Jesus being there or being in his presence. I can feel the relief that he must have felt at Jesus' response. And as they reach the shore, I can hear the goodbyes, the joy and laughter of the crowds at all the fish that were caught. I can see them walking away as they leave everything and following Jesus.